The biggest NFT marketplace right now on Cardano is gearing up for their official token launch on a centralized exchange, listing their first ever Cardano native token, as well as on the biggest DEX right now on the Cardano network. And as a part of today's video, I want to break down everything that this token has to offer. Oh, what is going on, ADA Nation? Welcome to dApp Central. My name is Fareed. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a highly anticipated token launch coming to Cardano. That said, we've already seen some recent launches, including one that took place today for the Maze Index Fund protocol. We saw another NFT marketplace, which was the Plutus.art, as well as the OrcFax token launch as well for a decentralized Oracle protocol. Now today, I want to chat with you guys about the JPEG.store token. This has been one that has been highly anticipated. They've been teasing us for, I believe, 3 to 4 months. And as a part of today's video, not only do I want to highlight the exclusive listing with a centralized exchange, which will be listing their first ever Cardano token. Now, following that, I want to highlight the actual tokenomics, as well as the utility of the JPEG.store token. Now, backing up just a little bit, if it's your first time hearing about JPEG.store, I'd be highly surprised, especially if you're within the Cardano community, but they're going to be the biggest marketplace right now in terms of market share when it comes to trading of NFTs. A pretty cool thing that the team recently launched was their seasons. And so if you guys are not already aware, as you're making trades and purchases on the JPEG.store website or their marketplace, you're able to earn experience. Now, this particular experience will actually be able to be converted over into the JPEG.store token once it's live and trading on the Cardano network. So as a part of today's video, I also want to touch on how you can actually head over to their foundation website, connect your wallet, and see exactly how many of the JPEG store tokens you'll be able to earn by converting your XP over into the JPEG token. As always, if you guys do appreciate updates like this that are timely surrounding the biggest builders on Cardano, I would appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me surrounding the JPEG token or any other Cardano projects, then make sure to leave a comment down below. So jumping into the official article or the official tweet, it states here that the JPEG Foundation is proud to announce a launch not only on a decentralized exchange on Cardano, which I'll get to in just a moment, but also on a centralized exchange, which is going to be OKX. Now, this is going to be OKX's first native Cardano token listing, which is a huge step here, giving them exposure to Cardano, and hopefully we begin to see other tokens also follow suit by listing on that particular centralized exchange. Now, the tweet states that this will be taking place, or the launch will be occurring on September 25th, with exclusive trading on OKX for the first 48 hours. Keep in mind that this exclusivity only applies for centralized exchanges, and then following that 48-hour period, they'll be launching the token on an additional exchange, which I believe is going to be MEXC. So the launch, again, will be taking place on September 25th on OKX. They're also going to be launching it on a DEX, which we're going to jump into in just a minute as well on the same day. But the exclusivity only applies to OKX or the centralized exchanges for the first 48 hours. Now, in case you don't have an account already for OKX, you can sign up using the link listed here in the tweet. I'll go and leave it down below. But if you go ahead and do so, you'll be able to earn an additional bonus when it comes to the JPEG token, as well as the potential to earn up to, I believe, $10,000 with the mystery box from the OKX exchange. So again, it's up to you guys whether you guys want to go ahead and actually purchase the token using a centralized exchange or a DEX, but I'll leave the link to OKX down below as a part of today's description. Now, if I jump over into the specifics here, we have the actual timeline at which the token will be launching on MinSwap, which is going to be the DEX on Cardano, which is obviously one of the biggest DEXs right now on the network with the most liquidity, and then as well as on OKX and MEXC. So at 1300 UTC on September 25th, you'll be able to convert your JPEG XP, which again, you can earn right now as a part of the second season by either purchasing or selling assets on the marketplace over into JPEG. So once you have your XP, you can then convert that over into JPEG using the jpeg.foundation website. I'll jump over into that in just a minute. Now, the launch will also occur at MinSwap or for MinSwap at the same exact time. Again, 1300 UTC. 2 hours later at 1500 UTC, you'll be able to get access to the JPEG token on OKX. And again, there's going to be that 48-hour exclusivity period. And then there's going to be an official launch on MEXC 2 days later. So MEXC, OKX will be the two centralized exchanges, and then the the MinSwap DEX will be the decentralized exchange. Now, because DEXs can support trustlessness, or because DEXs can have liquidity pools opened up without any permission, you could probably expect that we'll see the JPEG token trading on other DEXs such as Wing Riders, MuesliSwap, ViFi, etc. But again, do be careful, because if there's not a lot of liquidity, you may not necessarily be getting the best price or the best value for your trade. So that's going to wrap it up there when it comes to what time and when the token will be available. If I jump over here, we can take a look at the actual price. So on the centralized exchange, there's going to be an initial market cap of $5 million US with a trading price of 0.025 cents per JPEG token. If I jump over to the next tab here, we've got the official listing announcement from the MinSwap Labs team. Again, this will be taking place on September 25th at 1300 UTC. Now, the liquidity pool will be ADA/JPEG. So if you hold the JPEG token, you can swap it out for ADA, or if you have ADA, you can go ahead and purchase the JPEG token. Now, one thing that I'm not seeing here is going to be any of the liquidity incentives, but I would assume that as a part of the launch, that there will have some sort of incentives on the MinSwap DEX for liquidity providers as well. So stay tuned for updates surrounding that. Jumping over into the next tab, let's see here. I think I've got the JPEG Foundation website open. And like I said, I'll go and leave the link to this down below, but it's available at jpeg.foundation. From here, you can view the tokenomics, and then you can also connect your wallet to view exactly how much XP is associated with your current wallet. And again, this is going to be the place that you're going to want to go ahead and navigate to in order to swap your XP over into JPEG beginning on September 25th at 1300 UTC. So now that we've got a lot of the core information out of the way, let's jump into some of the utility and use cases for the actual JPEG token, which is going to be three key things. Number one, you're going to get access to reduced trading fees. So as you're trading on the JPEG.store platform, there are some minor trading fees. There's obviously royalties. I don't think this is going to impact royalties because those go directly over to the project, but there are minor fees, right, with actually creating and submitting your transaction, which I believe those will be reduced while holding the JPEG token. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be a specific amount, but it states here that as users amass more of the token, they will achieve different tiers. And each tier will basically have less and less fees, diminishing that particular trading fee all the way down to 0%. So if you hold enough of the JPEG token, you could basically be able to trade on the JPEG platform without having to pay any additional fees over to JPEG.store. But right now, I'm not actually seeing the actual trading tiers announced. So stay tuned for that. I believe they'll be updating this particular page as well as time goes on. The second piece of utility will be exclusive whitelist access. If you guys are not familiar, the JPEG.store platform does allow for mints to take place on their platform. And so we've seen a couple of projects already launch or mint through the JPEG.store minter. And so as time goes on and more projects mint through JPEG.store, you will be able to get exclusive access or whitelist access by holding the certain amounts of the JPEG.store token. Now, last but not least, it states more benefits to come. And so it says a glimpse into the future. Exciting new features are currently under development with plans to further elevate the user experience on the JPEG.store platform. While the specifics won't be provided at this time, these features are poised to redefine how users interact with the JPEG.store marketplace, potentially encompassing more gamified elements, enhanced customization, and unique opportunities for holders. It continues to read, we're also working on other partnerships with projects in this space involving integrations of the JPEG.store token directly into their platforms. These partnerships will be announced in time as they progress. So some pretty big pieces of information there, right? Partnerships, integrations, gamification. I think those are all really good things. And we've seen a lot of new features come onto the platform over the last couple of months as well. If you guys missed it, they now have a brand new sweeping feature. They also added the ability to put in multiple offers, and they've also added some analytics as well onto their marketplace. So this team continues to develop and push the entire NFT market space forward. Last but not least, let's jump into the tokenomics. So right now we have 56% of the total token supply, which is going to be 1 billion of the JPEG tokens going towards the community. We've got an additional 25% being kept for the foundation, 14% going towards liquidity, mainly on centralized exchanges, as well as DEXs, which include, of course, MintSwap that I mentioned earlier, and then 5% going into investors. So that is going to do it for the majority of information surrounding the JPEG.store token and the upcoming launch. I mentioned this earlier, Season 2 has officially kicked off, and you can earn double XP. And then I also want to quickly touch on some other achievements here with the actual team. So their Discord is pretty big and it's pretty open. If you guys are not already a member of it, definitely make sure to go ahead and jump in there. I've jumped in there and I've asked a couple of questions, and each time that I've been in there, there's been a lot of help and a lot of support, and it's always been very quick. And so they've got a ticketing system. And as you guys can see, there are pretty big updates surrounding 30,000 support tickets, which have now been resolved with an average of 4.8 stars out of 5. So a lot of satisfied people when it comes to answering issues and getting things resolved. So I wanted to just give them a little bit of kudos surrounding that. There's also the JPEG Studio, which I mentioned earlier. Not only can you mint your NFT collection through their platform, you can actually also build it directly using the JPEG Studio. So if you head over to jpeg.store/studio, you can find out more about that. Last but not least, they do have a Medium website here. If you guys are not already following them on Medium, I recommend you go ahead and do so in order to stay updated. And also make sure to go ahead and follow them using their official jpeg.store Twitter handle, as well as the JPEG Foundation. That will bring me to the end here for today's video, diving into all of the details surrounding the upcoming JPEG token. Again, this has been one that has been hyped up for quite a bit of time, and I'm excited to see exactly how this will fare. As always, if you guys found this particular video to be helpful, I would appreciate you if you could tap that like button. Not only does it help to get this content out to other members within the growing Cardano community, it also lets the YouTube algorithm know that I'm doing a great job. If you want more content like this surrounding the top builders and projects building on Cardano, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me surrounding JPEG or Cardano, then make sure to leave them down below in the comments section. That said, I will see you guys in the next video.